My dad's day in New York City on September 11th. It was a regular morning. Everything was the way it always was. The sun was shining, and it was going to be one of those normal work days. It was not a special day, not a holiday, or anything like that. It was September 11th, 2001. Just a regular day of the week that happened to fall on a Tuesday. I got up that morning, took the train into New York City, and headed to Midtown, where my office was located. I got in a little before 8 a.m. that morning. I sat at my desk, got all my files in order, and was preparing myself for the meetings I was going to have. And then it all happened. A regular, beautiful sunny day in New York became black and will never be forgotten. At 8:46 a.m., a plane flew into the World Trade Center North Tower. Our office was informed about this a few minutes after the plane hit the North Tower. We all ran to the television sets to watch the footage of what was going on nearly a few miles away from us. None of us could believe what we were seeing. Everyone thought this was a freaky accident, and up until 9:03 a.m., so did I. Then, at that time, from across the screen, another plane came in and flies directly into the South Tower. I gasped in complete shock to what I was seeing taking place. It was at that moment I knew that this was a terrorist attack. Right here, right now, in New York City. Everyone in my office was silent. People just looked at one another, not knowing what to say and not knowing what to do. Then reports came out about a flight crashing in Pennsylvania and also in the Pentagon. Then the unthinkable happened. The South Tower came crashing down, followed by the North Tower about 30 minutes later. The smoke covered the skyline from where the planes had exploded, covering the sun's rays and casting darkness over the lower west side, much like the darkness Plato spoke of in the allegory of the cave. Debris spread across the streets like a massive wildfire. The city stopped from this point on that day. People were trying to get out of the city as fast as they could, get home to their families, and feel completely safe from what had transpired. At the time, I was living in Brooklyn. Making my way to the Brooklyn Bridge so I could walk across it to get home, I saw people at their finest. Those who never knew each other were helping one another make their way. If these terrorists thought that these attacks would break us, they were wrong. It only made us stronger, and we became one. From that day on, we were one thing, and one thing only: Americans. The rest of this day, as you know, was not just another day during the week. It was a sign of change in America. It was a day that would always be remembered. From the attacks that occurred, to the unity of a city, and the heroes that came to the scene at a minute's notice, September 11th, 2001 was much more than just a normal Tuesday.